Continuing HazMat Ops, JPR number 4. This is the worksheet that accompanies JPR 4. Again, this will be provided to you should you draw the station. So you'll be given the JPR, you'll be given this worksheet, you'll be giving the ERG, and an SDS sheet. Those will all be furnished to you if you draw this station. Again, we're dealing with a hazardous materials scenario as a team of at least 2, and this is involving a spill or a leak, so this one's not on fire. 30 minutes to accomplish the task. Don't worry about time on this one, because as a team, you're going to accomplish this in plenty of time. But be familiar with this worksheet, be familiar with the ERG and SDS, and you'll get through this in plenty of time. Step 1, describe the incident management and initial actions. The emphasis here is on initial actions. Remember that you're showing up as an operations level unit. You don't have a ton of additional resources on scene. The point is to see you guys come up with a plan and know how to implement it within the NIMS system. So the incident management piece could be simply identifying what the hazard is, setting up initial isolation zones, requesting more resources, and then developing that IAP, that incident action plan. We're going to identify what the container is, what its behavior is, and its effect on us. Is this a tanker that's on its side that's risking a levee, so something that may burst, explode? So is that its effect on our actions may be creating a larger cordon, a larger isolation distance? Is this something that's maybe not burning or risking an explosion, but something that's leaking near a waterway? The effect on our actions would be that we want to divert or retain away from that waterway. Any number of examples that you can think of, but all of this is going to be within the parameters of things you've been taught at the operations level. You don't need to invent any crazy plans or anything like that. Simply go back to your dam, dike, divert, retention, vapor suppression, all those product control measures we talked about. And that will all fall into line with 3 and 4. So describe the material's behavior and its effect on your actions. 2 and 3 are going to probably be fairly similar, and this will all be part of a plan that flows. So you're going to lay down what's happening with the container and how that's impacting your plan. And then more specifically, what is the material from that container doing, and what is your plan for that? In greater detail, you'll be giving your plan for how you plan to control that product that's on the ground, that's off-gassing, whatever that happens to be. You're not expected to be able to necessarily perform all of those functions as just the first in company, but you do need to identify your needs. So it is enough to say that we need the ability to dam, dike, divert, retain, even if your initial 2 people or 4 people are not going to be performing all of those duties. Simply describing product control measures and additional needs. Again, always have that alternate plan. So plan A is number 4, plan B is number 5. That's probably your best way to look at it. So have a contingency plan if your first plan fails or if conditions change. Next, describe the size of your initial isolation. You don't need to make it up. You don't need to guesstimate. This is all provided to you in the ERG. So if you're familiar with the ERG for a spill as opposed to a fire, all of these isolation distances and plans are going to be lined out for you in the ERG based on the material you're given. And finally, describe your process to secure that scene and preserve evidence.